so hyped already. This is the best. Peak. Hello, happy Monday. And thank you for the subscription. Oh my God, you guys are the best, kicking it off. Yeah. How is everyone doing? Are you feeling fine? Are you feeling festive? I don't know what's going on with the lights. They just keep kind of doing their own thing. I don't know. Crazy. Even the music's different. That's so weird. I'm doing fantastic, Marcus. How are you? It is National Wine Day, so it is fantastic. I love it. You know, every time I'm gonna bring something a little bit new to you guys, so please go crazy with the Giphy goodness. I have my specialty glass. I don't know, it doesn't say Jubilation, which is a little weird. I don't know who Sarah is, but I'm taking her wine. Walls, hello. Oh, I'm having a fantastic day. Absolutely fantastic. Every day is a jubilation, you know. That's just the way it is. John, the biggest heart in the chat, thank you so much for the sub. That came in right when I was about to shift over, and I was like, oh, hey, thank you. And the mic is not on because I was not on, but thank you so much. LeBron, hello. I saw you in Crash's chat for a little bit. We love supporting our girl. Uber Dead, that might be me a little bit later. Absolutely. Hiya, Dragon, hello. As I move, this vinyl is like crinkling. I'm gonna see how long I can handle wearing it because it is like wearing a raincoat slicker inside, and this is the warmest room, so your girl might be struggling, but I already planned for this, so I do have a backup option to still stay in mode. So just so you guys know, because I'm not gonna get chintzy and try to skirt the edges. If it's a cosplay stream, it's a cosplay stream. So John, you've had a full day gardening and mowing and cooking. I'm exhausted already, but the idea of a true farm to table experience, incredible. Chevy, hello! National Wine Day, indeed. Sarah must celebrate that day accordingly. Of course. Lydia, where's the cheese fries? I ate them all. They're all gone. And I don't know if you can see. There's my dad. My wonderful, this was a promo like beach towel from Wolverine and Deadpool. And I was like, I need something because I don't want this coat getting on my regular chair because it is full of just con stuff. And I'm like kind of a little bit of a germaphobe about it. So I was like, well, this is in theme. So we can see a little bit of both. See Deadpool on that side and the Wolverine locket on that one. So if only I had time for my chili cheese fries. Like, I feel like if like Sonic can have chili dogs and also Jubes can have her chili fries, like unstoppable 90s duo of indigestion. I assume. I don't know. I've never had vegetarian chili. Now that I think about it, I could make it. I'd make it with like chorizo though, which would be, that would be super good. And we are sipping on, this is a bottle that I've been working on. I wanted to get a new bottle just for the holiday, for National Wine Day, but I forgot. But I did get bubble gum, and I did get blow pops. So I'll leave it to you guys because I gotta have my bubble. So let me know if you want the big bubble with the bubble yum or the blow pop. I'm gonna have to take a break because having like a cab and then like super sugary sweet is gonna be kind of a weird situation, but you know, life is for the living. Uberdad, how did you like the movie Friday? I'm also glad that you mentioned that because I wanted to talk about it. Again, I know we're still pretty close to spoiler time for everybody else, but I do want to bring this out. So I got one of these, a little Grogu, because I guess this is a trading card game. So it's like Magic, but for like Star Wars. So I got these with my 3D glasses, and adorable. In short, adorable, fun adventure. Music was like, I was definitely vibing with the music. So it's, if you're expecting just like a little cantina the whole time, no siree, Bob. They had variety in this galaxy, so that was fabulous. Bubble Yum because Punk Duck. Okay, so that's 2 for Bubble Yum. Lydia, Uberdead. Yes, we love swag, especially unexpected swag. I hate when like I go to an event and they're like, in this ticket tier you can have blah blah blah, and it's like, oh okay, that's cool. I'm expecting like cool swag, and they're like, here's a washcloth with a logo on it, and I'm like, oh, I mean, it's something, so you can say like your contractual obligations were met, but at what cost? You know, the cost of my patience with this nonsense. But when it's unexpected, it's like, oh wow, this is great. But I have never played this game before, so I am unfamiliar to how extensive this is, how many characters, or what this structure is like. So I don't know. Have any of you guys played Star Wars Unlimited, the card game? Marcus, like I said, the movie was fun and adorable. Again, I'm being spoiler free for those that have not seen it, so we're not going to do a complete deep dive, but it was fun adventure. It was exactly what I expected. I'll say that. And yeah, music was banging. Absolutely. Party time, Dells. Oh, you never cease to amaze. Oh my god, thank you so much. You know, Jubes has been, you know, it's gonna be a mutant. It's always gonna be a mutant. And she's one that was like on my radar even before I ever cosplayed, because I'm like, you know, I resonate with you a little bit more than I realize. And I think I can do this. But honestly, like I mentioned, the thing that was the most off-putting was the coat. Because I'm like, to do this right, it's going to be insufferably hot for like a good chunk of the year. So I'll hold back. And then I did, and then I was like, nope, it's time. So yeah, it's been a couple years with Jubes, and I love it. I was actually, because previously her earrings, they were just X logos, because sometimes they did change, but the no symbol or whatever, because it's not really like a no, but yeah, whatever this is, has been like the classic. And so I designed them, had them laser cut. They've been sitting like a foot away from the screen, and I just painted them now and put the loops in and the hooks to make the earrings. So these were finished about an hour ago. But that's the best type, right? Like, I need something to motivate me to be like, okay, yeah, it's go time. Because I'm not going to be wearing Jubilee at Fan Fusion. So I was like, I don't know when the next time will be. But if we're doing our first cosplay stream, it's time. Uberdad, your AMC experience was without the swag. Oh no, but still a good experience. Well, that is baseline. So as long as it's good and it's a good time. If you saw it alone, which can be a great experience, because I like going to movies alone, but I also like going with friends. So I hope that it was fabulous. Or you said it was fabulous. So excellent. Marcus, this is your first time hearing about the card game. That makes at least 2 of us. So I don't know if anybody else plays or if anybody else joins. If you are Star Wars trading card players, chime in. Tell us all about it. Del, you are so correct. Mutants do rule. Mutants rule. Humans drool. No, she's not that mean. She wouldn't say such a thing. But she might think it, though, sometimes. I mean, like, if you're shopping in the mall and your day gets interrupted by sentinels, it's like, well, who put them there? Could have been a great shopping day. Great day. It's either that or babysitting, so for me, absolutely no contest. John, no Captain Planet? Oh, no. It's just, no. Del, this stream will motivate you for greater things. It has. Prince will come in tomorrow because I've been tracking them like crazy. I've been tracking them like Wolverine. There you go. And that is the last bit of things to come in. Do you guys want a little sneaky peek of what I'll have at my booth? Del, you enjoy going to the movies alone, but love going with others so that we can talk afterwards about it, so either is fine. Yep, 100%. I'm the same way. And, like, sometimes coordinating with friends can give me, like, a little bit of stress. And I'm like, I just want to go to the movie. Like, I'll be here. If you want to come, come. Okay. We'll leave it at that. But you guys can sound off if you want to see what I got, because I thought this would be fun. It's been a little bit since I've done some vending, and I was like, I want something a little bit interactive. So, Jubilee Jedi, what's up? Uber Dead, you're here for the sneak peek, little sneaky peeky. Okay. Well, since we have no other, no one's declining this option. Reach over carefully. So I'm gonna have a little gachapon, and inside all of these little prize balls will be stuff for the store. So it is a only win, sure win, gotcha, that I'll have at my table. And I had a lot of fun. I really like this little dinosaur on top. I feel like he's a great mascot for this institution. And yeah, it'll be very fun. And like I said, it is a sure win. So there's 3 different types of goodies that you can get from it. And I cannot wait because I've been playing with it. I took some of like the branding off that was just like random. Yes, it is a Sarasaurus. Walls, you are correct. But I took some other like random branding off because I'm like, I don't want all this. So it's just got the little holographic background and then all of the orbs with prize balls with all of the custom stuff from the store. So, or from my shop that I'll have. And thank you. Great color scheme. Yeah, I thought it was fun. I was like, out of all of them, I was like, the green definitely fits the most. And the holographic background is definitely in mode. So, yeah, I thought that'll be fun. So, sneaky peek. Oh my God, what a day. I'm so glad that this timing worked out, that it was like a holiday off day so that I could prep for this and be ready in time. So actually I can go in and complete. We're going to mark complete our first community challenge. So yay! Thank you guys. This has definitely made it a lot of fun to just have this type of interactive element to it. So I absolutely love it. John, you are off to bed. Back to work tomorrow. Have a great night. Well, thank you very much, sir. Thanks for just saying hi and stopping by. I hope that work is pleasant for you tomorrow and you get those Z's in the meantime. Oh, God, I love wine. I love wine. It's not a very, like, Jubilee drink, I will admit. Not like she's opposed to it, but I definitely feel like she's, like, a, like, pina colada type girly. Maybe a Cosmo, but not wine exactly. So this is definitely a Sarah influence for sure. But she has yet to come up for Spin and Sip. I have not made any drinks, or she has not been my pick for any drinks that I've made, because I tried to. With each one that I make, I'm like, okay, what character would I make this for? Like, who fits this? And she has not come up yet, but it could be soon. Like I said, like I think something sweet for sure. I'm inclined to say like a frozen, like a daiquiri or pina colada, something like that. I feel like that's definitely in mode for her, for sure. And since we finished our first challenge for the cosplay stream, do we want to keep the streams going? Do we want to keep the cosplay stream going? It's my question. Walls, is she old enough to drink? You know, with the sliding timetable, it's like sometimes she's like super teenager and other times she's like young adult. I mean, in X-Men 97, they went to the club. I'm assuming she's at least 21. So, yes, I'm putting her early 20s within the sliding timetable. Like her and Kitty Pryde are like sometimes depicted as like really young, depending on where they are, or like just young adult. So, she's sipping tonight. And I mean, not sometimes, but in some places, the drinking age is 18, so somewhere in there. Point is, she's allowed. She is allowed to have a little sippy sip. Rilo, depending on the version, she's probably still a Shirley Temple girl. Yeah, she could be, Shirley Temple or a Dirty Shirley. We'll just see. It depends on where she is and when she is. I think that's fair. Oh my god, I did the thing! I did, of course I did. How could I not? It's my question. Future looks bright. Only from these glasses. Because this looks so fun in the reflection, you guys don't even know. I'm like, wow. Who's vibing out to that royalty-free looping music? I am. Absolutely. Jubilee still has a bottle of Vinique hiding somewhere just because of the glitter. Don't even laugh right now. Because I have some Hypnotic in the fridge right now that I use for specialty cocktails. Not even being funny. I knew you would. You know me so well. Absolutely. Listen, if I'm going to put this much glitter on my face, I'm definitely going to have it in my drink. That's just... To bring it back, this is the way. This is the way. I also had a wonderful coupon that was delivered from Victoria's Secret, and I got some shimmer lotion. I put that stuff on, and I was just like, no! Midas Touch. Amazing stuff. So, I feel like it was like a precursor, like getting me ready for like plasmoid brilliance, which is key. Yep, Grinch. I always liked the mirror version because sometimes they won't capture like that bright pink, but anything too opaque, it would affect the visibility and it would look too flat. And that's why like these guys are cut from clear acrylic and I only paint one side. So they still have that kind of like translucent, and it is like a glitter paint that's on them. So it still catches the light a little bit more, and same thing with like the mirror shades versus the opaque. Just makes it more dynamic, I think. Unless I was doing like a complete, like, if I did like an X-Men 97 specific one and like I did complete like flat everything with like a harsh outline, give it like that, you know, cell shady Borderlands kind of look, then I might do something like that. But yeah, I like both, but I like the shine. I like the shine. Uber Dead, the retcon is strong in X books. The Terry Dodson art is stunning. Everything he does is like, him and Dodderman are my favorite, and Yakima. David Yakima does amazing stuff for like my new artists. I've always liked Todd Knox art, especially his Nightcrawler. His Nightcrawler is my favorite. Ed McGuinness also draws beautiful Kurt. And then I would put, oh God, who else? I know like everybody likes Campbell, and I do. I like his stuff. But I think sometimes they can get a little same face. So I like the variety that the others give. So I don't know if I'm gonna take some arrows for that one, but it's like I like it. I do like it, but I just prefer the others a little bit more. The Retconomicon. That's true. Groovy. Indeed. What are we all sipping on? It is National Wine Day. Are you all celebrating this beautiful, felicitous jubilee of a day for wine? I have to know. What are you sipping on? I'm obviously having a cab. That's my favorite. Oh, at work, sipping on water. You know, that's fair. You need water to make wine. So you know what? You're one of us still. Acceptable. Absolutely acceptable. Lydia, need to get a glass of my box Pinot Grigio. That is fine. Get your glass. Fill it up. Fill up your cup. Walls boring H2O. Like I said, we need that H2O to make wine. We need it. We absolutely need it. But I'll stop at about the halfway point, and we're gonna get some gum going. Whoop, upside down. Yay! Yum bubble is simply not acceptable. It has to be bubble yum. If I hold it upside down, how are you guys gonna know what it is? Alright. Oh, cotton candy. Classic. Alright. Let's get in here. I always forget how big they are. The only time that I have bubble gum is when, oh, it's blue. Oh, I thought it was gonna be pink. It's when I'm in Jubilee. Like, this is my prop. It's a big piece of gum. I don't know how she does it. Jeez. I don't know if you guys have had bubble yum lately, but man, inflation is not affecting the size of these guys. This is what the glasses are for. So it's like, okay, distract everyone while you're chewing a giant chunk of gum. It is good though. So, blue raspberry for this one. And cotton candy. All right. Let's see if we can get a good bubble going. I am Dwight D. Vibesenhauer. You know, he came in at a rough time, but he upped the vibes as much as he could, right? Ooh. This is way more fun than I thought it would be. Especially because it's blue. But why is cotton candy blue? Even on the packaging, as Lydia pointed out, our punk duck. Look at this, the cotton candy itself is pink. False advertising, I think. Hey. What is good? All right, let's get one more. I'm feeling it. Yay, there we go. That was a good one. And it didn't stick all over my face, because you'd see that in real time and I'd be looking silly. Yay! All right, ad break is coming in like 15 seconds. Let me see if I can get one more in. A baby one, but you know. See you guys after the break. Subscribers, how are you feeling tonight? Are you feeling fabulous? Are you feeling the jubilation? Yep. That was peak. When it gets just a little bit, a few words from our mysterious sponsors, yeah. Bolivar Trask keeps trying to buy ad space, and I keep denying it. Gross. Not in this house. Not now, not ever. Alrighty. I'll be coming back in like a minute and a half. But man, this loses flavor fast. Always hype train. Oh my god, are we hype training? Oh my god. Rilo, you got a watch streak. Thank you very much. All right. Also a good one. And shout out to the good people at NYX for this actual stay lipstick. Because I'm like, listen, if this gets all over the gum and then it's all over on me and then I got like these like Joker lines happening, bad time. Not what we're trying to do. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad that I can blow bubbles on stream. All right. Be back in 45 seconds. Alrighty. I still might get through this. Maybe. Because I feel like I got it for this. It only makes sense. It only makes sense. Or I could just have it tomorrow when reality sets in. Reality. Hate that. But we're here now. And we're having a fantastic time. Alright. Oh. We had a failed one. Failed bubble. Dirty bubble. Alright. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm thinking about the SpongeBob episode. Back from whence you came. Alrighty. Everybody should be coming back soon. We'll go ahead and get these dice rolling a little bit earlier, but I might need to make that change because as much as I love the classic and the iconic, it is very warm. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how long I can hang. Oh my god, I love this machine. I've been playing with it like all day. So I'm like, even if people are like, oh, like, that's cute, that's fine. I'm like, no, but you don't understand. This is really like satisfying. Uber Dead is about Math Rocks time. We'll see. I think everybody's back. Everybody should be back. I got in this beautiful case. So these are, I didn't realize they would be at like arm's length. The other earrings that I would wear for Jubilee. I thought about selling these 'cause earrings and like jewelry, a lot easier to like, you know, you don't have to worry about like sizes or like shipping. So I was thinking about offering something like that even from my store, but I'm not sure. I don't know what like the demand would be, and also like like buckles and belts, because I have so many. I have like a battery of them just ready to go in different sizes depending on who I'm going to make next. So that is something that is definitely a possibility, but I just don't know what that demand would look like. Theme for the win. All right. I'm gonna do a quick change. That was a goodie. I felt good about that one. Okay. Stop all that powerful cotton candy flavor. I am sweltering. So we'll take like 5 seconds. I'm gonna change my top and come back. Told you I'd be back, and it'd be quick. So what do we think? This is like definitely like very casual Jubilee. She's got to be dying in the summer. I'm like, do you wear this every day? Like a raincoat? Every day? Gambit too, but at least his isn't vinyl. You can definitely tell they're from back east. I'm like, no way these coats would work out here. Absolutely not. But Mesh is a mutant's best friend. Love it. Alrighty. We ready to roll? That's me shaking the dice. That's when the dice shake back. Yeah, Walls, that's exactly what I said. I'm like, yeah, Gambit too. But at least his isn't vinyl, so... I actually used the pattern of a Gambit trench coat to make Jubilees. Because I was like, they're basically the same. I'll just use this. So, alrighty. Let us get to rolling. Ready? You ready? It's National Wine Day. I'm a mutant. Please don't be xenophobic and hate mutants. And roll well. Thank you. Let's go. Oh. 8. So we've got some crazy 8s. How exciting. Because we have not rolled an 8 before. Alright, let's see. Alright, so for 8. Oh, this one's very interesting. Not one that I expected, which I know I've said before, but I'm like, I feel like there's some that I would just roll to, but that's based on literally nothing. So 8 is Desert Island Must-Haves. So this is an interesting one because you can tell a lot about a person depending on what they pick and what they would choose for their desert island excursion. So I think the first thing, like, I need to know, like, is this like from a survival angle, or like, am I purposely on this island because like I want to get away? Like, it could go either way. So I feel like if it was like a purposeful, like, okay, I want to be on vacation, like completely off the grid, I feel like I would take like nothing. I so rarely get vacations that are I always worry about this point. And I'm like, I don't know. I can't tell you the last time that I've taken like a vacation that was like a true, oh, I'm here to chill out and there's nothing that I need to do. I'm not here for any other type of like thing. Because a lot of times, because I try to, travel's expensive, right? Like, I try to like combine things together and I'm like, oh, well, while I'm here for this, let me also do this, this, and this. That makes sense. That's smart, right? And in the process, I lose like the chill part of it all. So that often happens. But when I do, and if I could, God, I'm thinking about now, like my birthday coming up, and I'm like, I think I want like just a complete, like, all right, disconnect. You're offline. I'm just gonna read books. I'm going to sleep in until noon, have brunch, go to sleep, have a drink, and then go to sleep again. And that will be my time. So it, would definitely depend on the context. So if I was purposely wanting to be disconnected, I would still take my phone because I do still want to like talk to people. I don't want to be in like isolation, but I wouldn't want to do like work related things or like productivity related things. I'm not here to be productive. I'm here to disconnect and to let go. So I think that would definitely be it, really. Grinch, the Fantastic World of Hanna-Barbera. And then I can have the same voice actors for like all 40 of my shows. And very, very cheap animation. Beloved, but very cheap animation. We support it. Sometimes I have to go to work and I have to push the button, you know? Uber Dead, the thought of, oh, unscheduled water landings, boat shenanigans, yikes. This is true, but in this fictitious situation, I'm still picturing something that's like Catalina Island. So it's literally not that far away, but it's just enough to be like unapproachable from like responsibility. That's where I would be getting at for this one. If it was something that was like, oh, this is the like catastrophic, you know, you started with a cruise and then this happened. Like, I'm not here for Titanic 2, but just in warmer water. Like, I don't need that. But if it was like survival angle, like I would need to know like, so like how much food, clothing, shelter do I have? Because I wouldn't be able to build anything. I feel like because you can fast, right? Like you need water, and I have no idea how to like, because I don't go camping. So I have zero survival skills. If I just get lost like in traffic and it's just been too long, I'm like, I may not make it out. This might be the end. Walls, Gilligan's Island, yeah. A 3-hour tour, that's already pushing it for me, honestly. But if I would have some sort of food, I feel like shelter I could maybe figure out. Water would actually be the hardest thing, because it's either you wait for it to rain, and what do you just stand with like your mouth open, you have a leaf to collect it. I would be so terrible. Like if I was on Survivor or any similar type of show, curtains, it would be over. Walls, fire is tough too. Yeah, I feel like I could make fire easier than I could get like purified or drinkable water. Because I feel like even if you fail fire, you can just keep going. Like, you know when you get it right because it's there. With water, you'd be like, looks clean. But your stomach will tell you. And that would be like insult to injury if you actually like get sick on top of everything else. Nightmare situation. And then it would be also like, how much do you put into like this survival mode, and how much do you put into like getting like a rescue or like an escape? Like, do you build a shelter to stay safe where you are, or do you build like a raft or something to like get away? But then when you do that, I'm with Uber Dead, then you are like at complete risk of the elements. And that's even more stressful than I think just like staying put. So I think I would be the type that would hope for the rescue. I think that would be the best case to go. Like, arrange all the rocks in like the SOS pattern and hope that like I can get like an aerial view and they can be like, come see me, come save me. Uber Dead, carrying a go bag everywhere I go. Water, food, varies day to day. That's smart. Also, I just learned what a go bag was like within the last year. One of my friends was like, oh yeah, well I've got a go bag. And I was like, what? Go bag? Like a to-go bag? I was like, oh, well, don't they just like give you that at the restaurant? And they're like, no, like a go bag. That's kind of like you're in case of emergency and you have to go. This is already like prepped and ready for you. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. Oh, so you're a planner for like disasters. That's smart. I would be just like panicked and be like, oh no, the zombie apocalypse has come. I have no go bag. I'll just stay home. Just let them get me. Hopefully they can't climb and get to the second story. Terrifying. Ugh. But with travel, especially going across like the desert, like the Phoenix to LA, very frequent. I do always have water with me in the car because you never know. Worst case scenario, it is like something happens like with the car and you gotta wait for AAA for whatever reason. And yes, I said wait for AAA because what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna get out there with like jack. I don't even have a jack. I have a spare tire, but what am I gonna do with it? Sit on it, make a swing out of it, because I don't know how to change a tire. So I just rely on AAA, and hopefully they will help, but nothing like that has happened. Obviously, you get your car taken care of before you go, but water, because if like something happens like on the 10 or on any one of the freeways and you're just like stuck, that's, especially like summer trips, yeah, you should definitely have that. So water is one that I do look out for just a little bit. Walls. Which glitter do I pack? All of them, because you never know. Like how upsetting would it be? So I'm on my desert island, right? And my little rock formation of SOS has worked and help has come. And if they're greeted by like a matte face without glitter, they'll probably just leave me there. The glitter is like an extra beacon that like, if you turn, it just extra shines. You know, it's a necessity, really. Absolutely. So it also depends. Like, I know the term is like desert island as in like deserted island, but usually they're depicted as like moderately like tropical, like stuff is growing there. So it depends on like what's on this island. Like, is this actually as bad as it seems? Like, could I just go off grid and like live in like, you have the like the palm trees and you have like the hammock in between, and you're just like, you know what? Maybe I'll just be living off the grid now. So I think that has a play in it. And then like, how big is the island? Because I feel like I would go a little bit stir crazy even on like a larger size island, just because I'm used to moving and being out, and like I said, like driving all over the place. A couple of my friends and family have made some trips to Hawaii recently, and you know, they talk about, oh yeah, we can drive the island in like 3 hours. I don't know which island, I don't remember which one, but even relatively, like whatever the biggest island it is, it's still like not that big. So if you were there like long term, I'd be like, oh my god, I've seen everything, which is I guess good, because you'd want to know like the lay of the land, and it wouldn't be like, oh, I live in this place, but oh no, there's some, you know, we never go in the east wing, you know, we don't know what's over there. That's a little scary. So if you know like what you're dealing with, fair. Yay! Thank you so much for following. Welcome in. We are talking about survival / escapism on a desert island. What would you bring? Who would you have with you? And we haven't talked about the who yet. Hello, Stanley. How is it going? But yeah, I think pros and cons for both, because like if you're with someone, obviously you've got company, you've got extra protection. Cool. But then that means all of your resources now are like, you've got to, you know, make sure that everybody's taken care of. So that would make it a little bit harder. But I think overall it would be best if we're doing like crazy survival mode to have someone. But yeah, Uber Dead, know the terrain. It wouldn't even be Castaway, because I wouldn't even have a volleyball, because I don't play volleyball. I don't play any sports. I would be like one of the worst people that this could happen to, which is why I thought it would be interesting to talk about, or just even put my head in that headspace. And I was curious to what you guys would say, because I know a lot of people do camping and that type of survivalist like skills, and I'm always so fascinated just because it's so devoid from like my day-to-day. And I'm like, I'll have to hear from somebody else, because I don't even know what I don't know. So I listen for you guys. Stanley, it's going good. Oh, maybe a pet of some sort. Oh, to like have with you on the island. Listen, if there's animals on the island, if I can befriend them, I'm probably definitely not gonna come back to society. So I'll be like, oh no, I've made friends with this wild boar, and I'm gonna name him Pumbaa too, and I can't leave him now. Terrifying. And he'll never worry about getting eaten because I'll be like, I'm a vegetarian, man. Like, tell me what roots you eat, and we can, we can break bread together. Break root? Yeah, sure. Oh no, Ad is coming. We'll be here when you get back. But I think if we say that we've got help is on the way, moderate climate, so I'm not like going to have like a dehydration issue. I'm not going to be like dealing with snow, which I know island and snow doesn't really go together, but for the sake of everything, for the sake of conversation, there's not going to be anything that's going to be like a crazy inclement weather situation, hurricane, flood, whatever. And if it is just kind of like a neutral space, I think it would be just like the classics with like books. Because obviously, electricity. I'd like to have my phone, but eventually that is going to go. So books would be great. I've got a lot that I need to catch up on anyway. I'd have like, trades, novels. I actually am getting a new book that's going to be coming in probably sometime this week. That was a pre-order because I do like my little special editions, and this was like a Barnes & Noble fancy cover with the sprayed edges. I'm not immune. I like how glitter goes on the face and makeup and all of that. Like I want my books to have their makeup, and like that is their cosmetic, is the sprayed edges and like the interior art on the inside. So for that, I absolutely love. So that is coming. Uber Dead. It's not always what you know, but who you know. A knowledgeable group of friends. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, if I was stranded with like a whole bunch of like well-trained like survivalists, best case scenario. Absolutely. So we'll just pretend that that's the case, and it's like, okay. Because I feel like when this question comes up, it's usually the meat of the question is like, what would you have with you? Like, what are the most important things that you would want to have with you? Either that you use most often, or that you would like to like be engaged with. At the end of the day, what would you have with you? Jedi, you agree with Uber Dead? Mm-hmm. I want like Liam Neeson and like John Wick with me. So I can be like, all right, who's got some skill sets? And who else? I'd put Rambo in there. He's definitely survivalist mode. And I feel like nothing would touch me if this was my crew. And yeah, like Tarzan, obviously. It's his island. Am I on Tarzan's island? Even though he's not on an island. He's just in the jungle, I guess. Either way, he's in. MacGyver? Yeah, MacGyver's there. Mm-hmm. Agreed. So, with all of these very helpful people, then that's when I've got my books, and I'm like, oh, I can catch up on all these comics now. Oh, okay, yeah. One thing that would be very specific to me, and this is going to a very, like, deep-seated fear, I would want a supply of contacts. Because, one, I am super blind, and I would not be able to read said books or see complete, disaster coming if I didn't have them, and they have a expiration. So I would need like a good supply of contacts until rescue came. And it's just in my head, my biggest fear from the Twilight Zone. I've got all my books, but if something happens and my contact falls out and then I can't read them, it's all over. Disaster. Absolute worst. Absolute worst. So that just is like this like not unknown, but like a fear that I have just in general. Even when I travel, I always take extra contacts just in case. Some people say, oh, well, won't you bring your glasses? And like, yeah, I can bring them in this, real world scenario, but like they can break. It's way easier to like break or lose or bend your glasses. It takes a lot for contacts to go crazy unless you do something, but I'm not gonna go swimming and open my eyes underwater and then they just pop out. But biggest fear. Uber Dead having a battery bank and solar panels. Oh, yeah, we could do this like an eco situation. Oh, device is still available then. True. With further thoughts, I would bring someone with the knowledge of vegetation, and you need a storyteller. See, now storytelling I could do, but I'm like, I'll tell stories by the fire. We need someone who can make a fire. So if like they can cover all of those bases that are like the very real and important things, I'll spin them a yarn 100%. I'll even learn to like play the coconuts, and I'll make my own maracas. I'll just be like the island bard. I'll work it out. I'll make sure for, who did I say? Tarzan and Rambo. For all of my crew that's with me, I will make sure they are entertained, because that is what I bring to the group. Everyone's got to contribute something. I mean, some people, okay, yeah, you know how to purify water. Okay. But I can tell you a story about something that happened to me 5 years ago. How about that? It's a very, very important skill. Uber Dead, a note to self, emergency cheaters. Oh, from Dollar Store, invest in ballistic glasses case. Yeah. Listen, that could happen. There was time now. I also have that like Velma fear too. I'm like, oh, my glasses. But I almost never wear glasses, as you guys know. So I don't know if you know that because you've never seen me in glasses, but I have been of the myopic set for a very long time, since I was 7. My eyes were like, nope. Blurry is better. You like impressionist paintings? How would you like to see the whole world that way? And I'm like, I can't see the board. And that was how they told the folks that they're like, yep, she can't see. Nope. At age 7 already I had seen enough. And I was over it. So my eyes got worse every year. But for the last good amount, 5-6 years, they've stayed the same. But so all of my like special cosplay contacts, they're all prescription, which is good. It is an extra layer of, I don't want to say like security for, kind of lenses that could be on the cheap side. It does give you a little bit extra coverage from like the plain old lenses. And it does give them a little bit extra structure. So they're easier to put in. Because I have worn contacts. Nesto, hello, good evening. Thanks for hanging out, coming to the cosplay stream. Happy National Wine Day to you, sir. I would drink some, but I have cotton candy bubblegum in my mouth, and I feel like cotton candy and cab is not the pairing. When they say wine pairing, they're never thinking of bubblegum. So I'm going to wait until this runs its course, which is going to be in a little bit, and then I can, we're going to finish off this lovely bottle tonight, which is really just going to be like one more glass, but, Killing Joke, hello! Jubilee escaped from the X Mansion for the night. Yeah! Listen, they don't know where I'm at, and you won't say anything, right? We can just hang out? Cool. Nesto bubblegum flavored wine. What a combination that would be. One of Wonka's rejected ideas is what it sounds like. Let's see. There we go. I got a really, really big bubble. I want to see if I can top that one. But I don't know. Like I said, it's ending its life cycle. All right. One more time. Oh. They're okay. They're okay size. Stanley, I'm getting old. No. So the eyes are going. I've never worn glasses until the last 2 years. Oh no. Oh. Are those gumballs? Oh my god, Grinch. Request dance. Alrighty. I've been jamming at this new music for a little bit, so alrighty. I feel like her dance in like X-Men 97 was just like so perfect. So let's see. This is the energy that we need on a Monday night. Can definitely move better than I can in that damn trench coat. Yeah, that one had some nice pop to it. Woo! Fabulous. Thank you for redeeming the dance. Yeah. It's so much fun. I wish we could all party. I mean, we are partying in the lounge, but I want to do something big. But I don't know what that would look like or where that would even be. But like if I could make like an actual like lounge, how cool would that be? That would be so cool. And just like invite everybody. And I could actually spin some music, make a sweet playlist for you guys. Oh, could you imagine? Oh, that's what we need. That's what we need. Grinch, you are so welcome. Squidward never fails. Never fails. And yeah, God, going back to the desert island thing, like, I would love music. If it was just like quiet and people are like, oh, you can hear the ocean. I'm like, I've heard the ocean. And he keeps saying the same thing over and over again. Like, come on, drop the bass. I would need something, or maybe like to play music. So, okay, we've got our survivalists. I'm the storyteller. Now this is just like a D&D campaign. I'm like, well, we need a bard. So if we can't have anything that would play music or it would die after a while, then bring your lute. Bring your lute and get inspired by the beautiful scenery or whatever. And let's jam to that. We gotta work around it somehow. I think I could get a lot of like art stuff done though. I was painting today. So I posted on my Instagram story a little bit of the prop that I was doing, which is from Baldur's Gate. So for Sunday, I will finally have my astral prism, and that was just like a raw STL. So going in and making it look all scruffy and like beautiful Githyanki metal, and then going in all the edges. But I need to get a different type of pen for the glyphs just because they're so narrow, and the not engraving, but just like the divot that the glyphs are like, the illusion of being like carved in is so like narrow and fine. I don't have anything because even the paint brushes are too unruly and it's not looking like how I wanted. So I need to get like those like ultra fine pens and then go over it, at least like outline, and then maybe I can go in and like stipple paint. So that was a little bit of a challenge, and it took way longer than I thought because the whole thing is like there's so many different little like triangle patterns. You know what? I'm gonna get visual for people that are not familiar with the Astro Prism. But you guys have all played Baldur's Gate 3, yes? Please say yes, or I'm gonna have a... I'm gonna freak out. Go play right now! Go do it! Alrighty, so let's see if I can get you some visuals on this. Okay. Let's get my head's not in the way. So, whoop, there I am. So, it's like this, but painting all of those like in between those like panels kind of has been very, very exhausting. So, yeah. A lot of that, but it feels good to do something like that, especially since I haven't done any like painting type artwork or like working with like clay or like any traditional type of medium in a very long time. So getting the paints out and playing around with that and some different techniques have been very fun. Stanley, I finally got my Twitch to work so I could join you on here. You are as cool as I thought. Oh my god, well thank you so much, man. I'm glad your Twitch is working, so you can come by, say hi, and check out some other amazing streamers that are on here. I do twice a week stream. So today, pandeMONIum, we roll the D20 that dictates what we talk about, and then Thursday is spin and sip. I pick a vinyl, I make a cocktail that goes with the vinyl, and we talk drinks and music. So you are welcome. Hope you can come by. Uber Dead, like micro pens or brush type pens, exactly. Something with like an alcohol ink base would probably be best because again, this is on plastic. And then I can go over it with any... I do like just classic acrylics for nice texture, and sometimes it can give the fill for... Like on a 3D print, sometimes I don't mind the lines and like the grain that comes from the print, depending on what it is. Other times it's like, okay, I'm gonna be sanding forever and, primer and all that to get it really, really smooth and that like sleek, like fiberglass type look. So this was kind of, I kept some and then did a little bit of like, almost like a crosshatch, like purposely going against the grain just so that it has that scuffy metal look, and then hit it with the acrylics so that they'll fill the gaps in some places, and then I just use like my thumb just to kind of give it a natural smudge, and it gives me a very nice look. So next time, Thursday, I'll bring it on stream and you guys can see what it looks like, because that is the only thing that, that's the only thing that I'll be making for FanFusion. I know I've been talking about like the booth and getting all my stuff set up, but not making any new costumes for it. And I probably, I could have, but it would have been like such a push to do it, and I've been trying to not go super hard in so that I won't be like completely dead and have to cancel a stream or anything like that. But that's the only thing that I am gonna be making. So very manageable, and I haven't worn Megan in a long time, so she's gonna feel new. That'll be fun. And my drow, I only wore once to Ren Fair. So I've never worn it to a con. But I will be all suited up, all grayed out, and I get my picture with Neil Newbon, so I'm gonna be like, nothing can touch me now. It's gonna be super fun. So I am excited for that. And what else? What else is coming up? Oh, AX. I have yet to decide, but Saturday, I'm thinking. Hello, Snoopy. How is your evening? Thanks for coming in, stopping by to say hi. But I'm thinking I can squeeze in one day. I'm thinking. I just don't want to, like, my whole conundrum, I decided I'm gonna not do San Diego. So that is one thing. I'm gonna skip San Diego, but I'm thinking that I want to do like an extended kind of vacation for AX and my birthday and kind of roll it in so it'll be con level up time. But that's gonna be, I have like 6 weeks-ish. So there's still some time, but that's what I'm thinking. And if that's the case, I definitely want to have what I've been working on forever. And when I say forever, I mean like I've put like things like aside on like a wish list that I'm like, oh, here are materials that I need. And I look back at the date. It's like, oh, date added November of 2022. And I'm like, oh, it's been a while. Uberdad, thank you. Thank you for the support. I hope I can do it. I hope. I'll make it happen. I will make it happen. Figure it out. Stanley, what is your advice to someone who is new to cosplay? I'd say the fact that you are new, just like ride the wave of everything that brought you in to do it, especially since you're still new. So experiment. Try to check out as many cons as possible, and that means like small cons, local cons, things that are in your immediate area, depending on, you know, whatever travel allows, and meet people, and always remember what got you into cosplay. I think that's an important thing, because it's easy to kind of get jaded and want to find another reason to keep going, but the main reason why you start it in the first place, I feel like is always an important one to keep in mind, no matter what. So stay the course, and you'll be doing fabulous. You'll be having fun with it. Snoopy, you are doing well. Fabulous to hear. Oh, well, thank you so much for the compliment. My day was good. It is National Wine Day, so I have been I started the stream sipping a little bit, but it is about that time because this gum is a little bit past its expiration date. So, and by expiration date, I mean like 40 minutes ago. So, we're going to go into a void of blackness for 1 second. Wow, that was a crazy void of blackness. Can you even imagine? Whoa, that's so crazy. And hey, my gum is gone. How did that happen? Wild, wild. And now that the cotton candy has not overstayed its welcome. The cab returns. Somehow, the cab returned. Delicious, delicious. Fabulous to have you here, Snoopy. This was our first cosplay stream. It was a community challenge, so I'll have another one that'll go up. I feel like the cosplay streams will probably be like a standard one, because I mean, that's what I do. So we will keep that up, and we'll up the challenge, and we'll see who we get next time. Grinch, anyone ever try Blackberry Crown Royale? Tastes like antibiotics. Oh, it went in one direction and then I kept reading and I was like, ooh. Yeah, I don't like that. Blackberry Crown sounds good. Where did they go wrong? Is it just like too like medicinal taste? Like that squeaky sip. I feel like there's nothing that could be worse than like Robitussin. That was, And I haven't had this medicine since I was like a child, but I remember it by name, and I remember just how god awful it was. And I was not like a dramatic child. I never had like the picky eater, or, oh, I don't like this taste. Like, if there was something that I didn't like, it was like, I'm like, no, this is rough. For real. And Robitussin was one of those. And even thinking about it now, it just makes me want to just gag. Oh, is my tongue blue? Oh, no. I think I need the blow pop for that. The blow pop will turn my tongue blue if I do some blue raspberry. But yeah, it's just so weird how that, not muscle memory, but just like your mind can link a scent and taste so strongly. Like, I'll meet someone and in 4 minutes I'm like, oh my god, I've spaced on the name. Oh, how did this happen? But if someone's like, oh, do you remember something that you ate when you were 5? And I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, of course. Why would I need this important information when I can remember something that literally helps no one? But just, the mind works in mysterious ways. Uber to my old dice bag was a Crown Royale bag. I mean, it has that look. Like, it looks like a bag of holding. I mean, it literally is, but yeah, because they've got like the little trim. You know, they're nice bags. I like a repurposed dice bag. All of mine, I don't know if you caught, like, I think it was like one of the first, our maiden voyage stream for the channel for pandeMONIum. I showed my dice that I'm very proud of. And all of the bags that those are in are either recycled, saved. Most of them are like from jewelry or any type of like accessories, but they're all different. And they all fit the dice and like the set that they go with. So I completely understand the reuse and the repurposing of what is just a well-made bag. And dice is perfect for that. Oh, so good, so good. We were gaming last night. I don't know if anybody was able to catch the Laughing Moon stream that we did. It was my first game back after like a couple weeks because I've just been crazy busy and the schedule hasn't aligned, but I finally got to get back at the table and it was so good. So good to see the people again, so good to game again. Until we find out that a very, very important thing happened. And again, for anybody that is following the stream and the what I think is going to be like a new campaign, this was some like pretty major news. And I went into it, had no idea. So we're getting this information dropped on us, and I'm like, oh man. Oh man. Yikes. But it'll be fun. I mean, the best campaigns are born out of the unexpected. So much like a dice roll, I went into it with complete surprise, and what happens will definitely be interesting. So there's going to be some fallout for sure. Killing joke, the only flavored liquor I ever liked was that Hofstadters? Hofstadters? Slow and Low. First of all, that's a great name. I have not had this. Let me take a little quick peek. A little look-see. Okay, so it's a whiskey. Ooh, aged 4 to 18 years and curated from distilleries all across North America. Oh, Slow and Low. And what flavor was it? Like, do they have different flavors? It looks very like honey, kind of. Oh, so it's like a premix, basically an old-fashioned in a bottle. Oh, okay, now I see. America's original bottled cocktail since 1884. Just ready to serve. Huh. Did not know this existed. So you just throw in your ice and garnish and call it a day. Interesting. So I do like an old fashioned. Might have to check it out. And apparently it's at a store near me. So slow and low. This is why I love having you guys in the lounge with me, because you always show me or tell me some new thing that I get to try, and it's so good. So thank you for the heads up about this. I've been seeing lots of the canned cocktails pop up. It's like, oh, Mai Tai in a can, or oh, blah 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 in a can. I've never had any, but I've been curious about them to see if they hold up, either like as the cocktail or just like as a drink in and of itself. But now this is definitely a good inspiration for sure. Orange and honey is the OG, okay, and there's also a coffee one. Interesting. So, okay. So usually I would do like espresso and Bailey's if I'm doing a cocktail. I've done espresso martini. Not crazy about it, but I can appreciate it. I can like it. Like, there are very few drinks that are like a no-go for me. And it's a very short list. Jaeger's on there for sure, though. This goes back to like, oh, you remember the taste of something? You guys. Oof. You know when a drink does you wrong? And you know what I mean by does you wrong. You don't forget, or you can't have it for a long time. Jaeger was like, this is... We've had this moment together, Jägermeister. And we never will again. Ever again. So I think that's like the only no-go. Fireball as a like flavored liqueur, realistically, because that's what it is. I did try like, oh, shoot it, like the very first time I had it. Never again. Now it is like, I just get the little mini bar size that are like $1 at Total Wine. If I just want like a cinnamon flavor in something, so I'll just do like, not even like half a teaspoon, like a couple drops of that. And I'm like, okay, good enough. No more. Stanley, in D&D, what is your character? Mine is a paladin, and my drink is a White Russian. Ooh. So I'm gonna work backwards on this one because we're talking about drinks. So a White Russian, I have made them. I have a weird thing about milk. I'm not lactose intolerant because I do everything else, cheese, ice cream, and all of that. Not vegan. But milk, like in and of itself, which is also funny because Griffin and I were talking about this yesterday at the game, I cannot do just like straight like milk. Drinking milk makes me want to just like Linda Blair Exorcist projectile. Disgusting for me. So for a White Russian, I do a vegan, or it's like an oat milk creamer instead, and it's super, super good, and it's very like rich, and because, well, I've done almond creamer and oat milk creamer, and because it has that kind of like sweet, vaguely vanilla cereal kind of like flavor, it's really good, and it works really well with the drink. So when I do a White Russian, I do that, and then just to kind of give it a little extra, I'll do like a plain vodka, but I'll add like a drop or two of vanilla extract. Delicious. So when I make a White Russian on a Thursday, when the album calls for it, I will absolutely be doing my version. So in D&D, what is your character? So what I was playing yesterday, and the only active like in-person tabletop RPG that I play is Laughing Moon. So I don't have a D&D group specifically. But earlier I was talking about obviously my Baldur's Gate 3 character, so I can yap about those in short. So who I will be dressing up as on Sunday for con, and what I'm making the prop for is the second character that I ever made for the game in my playthrough, that was a sorcerer drow wild magic type sorcery. And she was not Lothsworn, so she was a free agent. I try my very, very hardest to not play rogues because that is my 100%. That's just like, it feels I'm playing it too close to the vest, and it's not like I can get lost in a character. It's like, okay, you're just playing you now, because that's 100% just me. So my first run through, Wood Elf Ranger. Second was the Sorcerer Wild Magic Drow. And third was a Tiefling Bard. And that was my Dirge run too. So I feel like I got a good variety. So those would be my last, technically, D&D playthroughs. And I would love to find a crew, but everybody is so far away, and I'm already like, my time is so strapped. I know, like, if I started another campaign, and because I get so into it, you guys, like, for my character, and this is one of the topics that's actually on the D20 list, is to do like a character deep dive, for an OC specifically. And like, I made a whole backstory, everything that lines up to it. So I don't want to take away from that if I talk about it too much now, unless you guys want to hear about it now, because I absolutely have other characters that I could chat about. So I will leave it to you guys. You know what? Let me see. I've got the technology. I've learned how to put a little poll in the chat. All right, let's see. Do we want to hear yap about RA3 OC? Nah, save it. Or ye. All right. All right. 2 minutes. Weigh in. Stanley, you'll have to try it that way. Sounds good. Yeah. If you have a preference to like almond anyway, or coconut. I have not tried coconut, but coconut is super good. Dragon, give all the deets. I'm gonna actually pull it up because yes, she has her own doc, because I keep everything extremely organized, and I have to, this is the type of person that I am. To keep all of their lovely information all together. Beautiful. But again, if you guys want to wait and save it for a true roll, we can absolutely do that. Now, my God, it's buried. I have so much stuff, you guys. Yeah, well, we won't ever run out. Oh, we won't ever run out. There she is. All right. Bum, bum, bum. Yes, tell us. All the deets, always up for shenanigans. All right, let's see. That's 2 for ye. So we're looking like it. All right. So, and I've got, just so you guys know, this is what I'm reading from. Mercy. All right. and shocking that won. So thank you guys. So her name is Raloon. And again, drow. She has like a medium slate skin with kind of like a blue undertone. One purple eye, one blue eye, because in my gameplay, and this, I'm not worried about spoilers, I had Volo try to take out the tadpole. And if you guys didn't know this, if you just let him keep going and keep trying to extract the tadpole, he definitely pops out your eyeball. But he gives you a replacement magic one. And they're all the same color, so it's like a blue with like a slight little bit of like goldy kind of color that allows you to see invisibility. Totally worth it. So natural born with violet purple eyes and the one replacement eye. And then she has just kind of like shoulder length straight white hair. So pretty standard drow from there, but she does have a house, so she is a Zolaran. She's 130 years old, born in 1362 DR. Yeah, that's right, we're even going dates. So, her story. Born to a common mother with no other family, a soldier to House Zolaran, and a low-ranking house mage father, Raloon was raised by her mother until the age of 5. Originally seen as a boon to her mother's status, she soon became a burden in the way of her mother's quest for elevated class. After being called to the attack on the city of Assam in 1367 DR, her mother never returned, leaving Raloon to fend for herself in the Underdark. Sometime later, she was foraging fungi in the same area as a small deep gnome farming clan. At first, they mistook her for one of their own, because again, she's still just a little babe. But upon confronting the drow child, they decided to spare her as she was too young to be a threat and without Lulth's cruelty instilled. As Raloon grew, her size became a liability for the gnomes, along with her innate magic, and she was pushed out to find her own people. In her exploration, she was able to defend herself with simple spells on enemies, and in one instance, she experienced her first wild magic surge. The energy affected a guard of Lith Myanthar, sending him to discover the young sorcerer. The community accepted Raloon, and she came to serve Elistray with them, while learning to fight and continue training in the arcane. Later that year, in 1372, Lith Myanthar was attacked and Elistray seemingly vanished. Disillusioned with Elistray's defeat and unwilling to serve Lulth, Raloon found chaotic affinity in Zinzarina, becoming her patron deity. She used cunning and a duplicitous nature to survive over the years, earning her keep on the fringe of larger cities. After the Second Sundering in 1487 DR, Elistray returned, and Raloon's curiosity for freedom that she initially felt with the deity also returned. Her wanderlust led her to the surface at night, observing the city and its people. Once seeing some opportunity with a tavern of high-end clientele, Raloon took to being a guard at the House of the Lion. And then one night, the absolute came. Woo! End. And we begin the game. Down, down, down by the river. There you go. Yay, story time. So weird doing this in Jubilee. But there you go. So that was her whole story. So I get to completely be in her shoes on Sunday. Jedi, thank you so much. I had a lot of fun like playing with the timeline because this is canonically in sync with her age and the events of Baldur's Gate 3. So that was a lot, but very fun to make. Uberdad, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. do we have any other D&D players in the chat? So we've got Stanley. Do you play different species, different fantasy race? Do you play human? Are you always paladin? Jedi, you always go in with the character lore. I'm here for it. Thank you. I always feel like it's too much, but then I'm like, well, if I start and if I do this little bit, well, then I might as well finish. And then you know what? While I'm here, and then it's been like 6 hours, I'm at my computer, and I'm like, with wine. But what if after the second sundering? Too silly, but so much fun. So yeah, I'm very curious to know if we have any other, or even if you don't play tabletop D&D, if you do any games you play, like Neverwinter Nights, which is also one of my games that we could potentially roll for and play. But yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious to know what class is most common. Stanley, I would love to play. My character is a dragonborn named Muad'Dib. Muad'Dib? I don't want to be on the bad side of a dragonborn with mispronouncing their name. And is the dragonborn also a paladin? Like, is that your go-to? Alright, it's about time to finish off this little bottle. Yay, that was so satisfying. Oh, that was satisfying. For as much as I've played the game, I still have not unlocked like more than like 70% of the trophies. I play on PC. So I still have a lot to go. Finishing a bottle on National Wine Day. Feels right. Feels good. Love it. Walls, you play on consoles, you're a PS5. Human Ranger. Oh, so you play human. Interesting. Now, do you try to like immerse like as close to yourself as possible, or are you playing like just like a different character? Because that can be a challenge in and of itself, which is very fun. One of my playthroughs, I was like, I want to see how close to like accurate, quote unquote, I could be. And those are always fun. Because I'm like, what would I do? What would I do in this situation? Sweet Uber Dead, it has been a while. Fighter, magic user, human with a split personality, chaotic evil. Okay, so you're like Moon Knight? I mean, I'm here for it. I am here for it. He's split 3 ways. Chaotic, not evil. He's vanquishing evil, but okay. Interesting. Did you have any particular deity that you were attached to, or any group? Stanley, Paladin's default. So Paladin is like your usual class, and then you just switch out for different storytelling for different species or race. Nice. Walls, it's me. Love the bow, not outdoorsy. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the ones that are like magic, I'm like, you can't really get too close. But I think on one of the playthroughs, it was like the guild artisan, and I was like, oh yeah, I make costumes and stuff. And I think even the icon for that, like it's just like a backstory, kind of like little foundation piece is a spinning wheel. I was like, yeah, this absolutely works. So I would definitely be in like a retail or like art setting, but not bard, because I can't play anything and I can't sing. But I feel like entertainment is some sort of thing related to that. It would be something art-wise, because I'm not a fighter. I would definitely not be a wizard, because that's too much school. So that's why Raylune was a sorcerer. It's like, either you got it or you don't. That's it. I'm not good with making, like, I don't want that baggage, so Warlock is out. Like, I don't want that type of partnership. I need the freedom. Ranger, even though I'm not outdoorsy, I feel like is still more of a connection that for anything else that isn't a fighter, or like that is like attached to a deity, because like that's also like not my lane. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I can live off the land. But I was playing a wood elf, so I was like, well, this makes sense. Uber Dead, you had a regular group, you had a long game, just became hard to keep sessions going. It's tough, and it's like, even if you want to, it's just the time that goes into it, because it's not just like the game itself, it's all of the prep that you've got to do, like going into it, and you know, making sure to get the most out of the game, right? Making sure that like your character and your arc is in play, and then also everybody else at the table, and how we can kind of like weave a story and combine everything. So it's a lot. So definitely understandable. Stanley, you did Oath of Vengeance Paladin. Oh, nice. I think that's also like Minthara's class, her base class. Not like I'm keeping track or anything. So it's a good class. I'm biased. Grinch, Craftmatic, Adjustable Crayola Kid. Yeah. 3,000. Just put that on there. So good. So good. So, I can't wait to share the picture. I still don't know what type of pose I want to do yet. I would like to do something... You know what would be cool? Okay, so I'm putting this out in the ether right now. It doesn't exist, but it could. What if instead of just like your standard like celebrity talent photo ops, they had photo booths, so you could get like 4 rapid fire pictures. So if one is a dud, you're not like out like $100. And then you could do like, oh, I want to do like one in character, but also just like, oh, like me, like, as a fan. And then like something that is just like funny. Like you would have options to do different things. I think that would be really cool, because I would love to do something like that. And I don't want to pay for like 4 individual, you know, photo ops, but just a little something like that I think would be really cool. Uber Dead, I did individual character sketches for members of the group. That's so cool. Question, if you want to share, do you have a link to said sketches? Do you have like an art place online? Because I am always up for supporting an artist. Absolutely. I would love to get some pictures or some art done of all of our party. Oh, especially now, Jedi. God, if you're still listening, how cool would it be to get like a group piece that was everybody in the party? That would be so cool. We have individual art, which is really nice, and I really like it. But nothing would compare to like a little like tavern scene or like a campsite, something like that, and to get everybody in the party just all together. So perfect. So perfect. Grinch, have you ever made a costume, outfit, or prop that was quick and easy but received more praise or attention than something you invested blood, sweat, and tears in? Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's so frustrating, but also fine, because sometimes it's not about, you know, that, and it's not about the accolade, it's about the experience. Well, I put her on the list for tonight for Belagoth. I made the dress and the plumb bob the morning of the shoot that I did with her. And it was super fast because it's super easy. It's a sweetheart cut tube top dress, and that's it. It's a real clothes cosplay, even though if you saw it, it would look like kind of odd because it's so simple. But that was one that every time I wear it, people are like, oh, Sims, like, ah, they like play along, and it's super fun. And I love that because I'm like, that's why I still made it. Like, a costume doesn't have to be hard or expensive or super detailed to be enjoyable for yourself or for others, like the reception part. And it doesn't matter where or when you wear it either. Like, if you're going to an anime con and you wear a comic costume, different audience, and vice versa. So I think a lot of that depends on where and when you wear it. You know, wearing Jubilee after 97 was like very different experience than before. So I think characters definitely get their moment, and the audience can react to that in that way and give a little more emphatic response. So it's definitely not bad or not good. It's just a different type of experience. But yeah, sometimes it's like, oh, okay, it took me a long time to like get in the costume, like for the body paint or any other element that just takes a long time. And it's like, oh yeah, that's fine. I'm like, it took me 3 hours to get ready. But all in all, it's all good. Uber Dead, the physical stuff was pre-scanner. I have to locate the stash. Well, it sounds like you've got a quest on your hands. Gotta find the loot. Gotta find the art. I love it. Walls, your Sims movements also bring a lot to the character. Thank you so much. I do, like, I like to ham it up. I have lots of fun with it. Like, if people recognize and like you respond, because you never want to go in too hard and then you just come off weird. So when people are like, oh, The Sims, like, oh, okay, I get it. But when they specifically say like, oh, Bella, then I'm like, Vadisha me. And they're like, ah. So like, that's fun when you get to play around with it. I am a big fan of the word cosplay means costume play, and playing up the role is what makes it so fun. So when people are down for it, then I'm like, yeah, I will read you my character's extremely long backstory that you didn't ask for, but I will offer it to you. Yeah, I'm going to pose in character. Yeah, I'll interact with you in character. Every time I'm in 2099, and if I see a Miles, I'm like, I got your canon event for you right here, buddy. And they're always like, no. So like that type of interaction, because this is the stuff that's so unique about what we do, right? Like, 'cause you can put on a costume at any time. You can do a photo shoot at any time. But when you get a whole bunch of these weirdos all together, we can be weirdos together. That is the best part. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. So playing along and having fun with the characters for that, what it's all about. Absolutely love it. So for my characters, coupe is very fun. So I'll be wearing coupe on Saturday. So I get to just like mean mug the entire time, and it's totally fine. And I will have at least 2 other dispatch people around at some point. So if I find any others, then I get to really just like lean into it and have fun playing up the role. I'll never forget a impromptu kind of photo shoot that I did with a photographer that was very interesting. And I'll leave it at that. Very interesting. And I was in America Chavez, and this is way before Multiverse of Madness, so in short, no one really was familiar with the character unless they were reading the current run of Young Avengers. And the photographer was like, oh, this is a great shot. Like, can you smile for the next one? And I was like, she's not the smiling type. And he's like, but it's just like a picture. And I was like, yeah, no, that's super cool. If I was doing like modeling and it was just like Sarah time, 100%. Like, you want smile, you want smirk, you want nothing? Fine. But as America, I'm like, no, she's not like that type. That's not gonna happen. So like explaining the character, you know, that only takes a second, but like explaining like the importance of like cosplay and cosplay photography was an interesting conversation. Ultimately a good conversation, because I was able to kind of like explain a little bit more about, you know, what we do. And I mean, some people might be different and they're like, oh yeah, it's fine, you know, I don't care. But I'm like, oh, doesn't fit for me. So I'm like, all right, well, let's meet halfway. I'm like, you like action shots? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, I can give you some action shots for sure. So it's like, okay. So just really like having those types of conversations, keeping the communication open for what you're looking for, what the photographer's looking for, what you're comfortable with, what the photographer's comfortable with, making sure everybody's on the same page. That is everything. Because if you're not, which is unfortunate and unfortunately happens, I don't want to say a lot, but it's not uncommon. You don't want to have that bad time. You don't want that to overshadow your entire con, because for a lot of people, it's potentially taking time off work. It's hours of travel. It's an expensive hotel. It's potentially, you know, rental car, your food. Like there's a lot that gets wrapped up into going to a con, right? And if your whole thing is going to just like tank from like one bad experience that could be avoided, just avoid it. Avoid it. Do what you can to have fun. Keep it on the level and light. And that is everything. Uber Dad, you're like, I'll dance to that. Yes. Grinch, I had too much fun with a big Lord Death Hands, so high fives. Oh, okay. Explain? Oh my god, I'm totally thinking of Liquid Death, and I was like, the water? Wait, what? What? Oh my god, my glasses are wanting to go all over the place. There we go. There we go. But in short, just have fun. Have fun with it. And the thing about OCs is it's a little bit of a springboard to tell everyone about your character. So it's a secret trap into starting a conversation. Gasp. They're like, oh, tell me about I don't recognize this character. And I'm like, you wouldn't, because I made them up. And blah, blah, blah. And I can take it and run with it from there. So I always like explaining it, but you can always, you know, read the room, and people aren't always like down to hear like, oh, read me your entire backstory with all of the details and all of this. It's like, no, give me give me your elevator pitch version of it, just so that, you know, we're busy. There's a lot of things happening. So like, if you can just like boil down your OC into like a little archetype, one little blurb, and that's it. That's usually enough to kind of get them through. And thankfully, I have not had any bad, or not even, I don't want to say bad, but just like disconnect with a photographer in a very long time. Because photographers also, they occupy the same space as we do, and when we talk about stuff, they see it, and vice versa. So I think over the years, with the prominence of cons and like con culture and the cosplay community and the content community now, because I do feel like there is a separation there, but there's, you know, overlap in the Venn diagram. There's you know, a lot more knowledge and education that doesn't have to happen because people get it and they know. So since then, I have not had any like, oh, I've got to explain, like, why wouldn't Gamora be showing all of her teeth going like, yeah. It's like, unless I was being like funny, because that is the joke. I've never had to have that conversation with a photographer, so it's all good. Uber dead, the sell me on it pitch. Yeah. Or they're just like give me like, oh, what's your character? So like for Raloon, I'd just be like, sorcerer drow. Literally like what she is, and then it's like the assumption is like, you know, drow is typically not going to be like a jovial type of character. Sorcerer, so it's like, okay, I know you're gonna be doing some like magic stuff with your hands at some point, and you're low-key kind of grumpy. Like, yeah, that's about it. Not completely. And then if they have like a follow-up question, then it's like, well, then you can go into it. But you just gotta give the people what they need and not take up everybody's time, because it's like they want to shoot as many people as they can. They're not gonna be waiting for you to be like, so blah 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 blah, here's everything, and they're like, okay, I just wanted one picture, I want to go. So like, be respectful of everybody's time. Uber dead enthusiasm from Latin and Theos in God, and I saw him. I'm sold myself. Very nice. Our ISM. Oh my god, I'm trying to read and look too fast, and the cab's got me. Oh, someone please call me a cab. Wow, it came so fast. I think on the heels of this, I think I need to make some pasta. I feel like that's what I need. That's what I deserve. I deserve some pasta. I'm thinking like a creamy vodka sauce with ziti. That sounds good. Ooh, that sounds good. I think I just convinced myself. Because I made breakfast today. Again, in celebration of Sacred National Wine Day. I made waffles. I have a little mini waffle maker. It's like this big. And I made eggs and waffles. And it was super good. And I'm like, can every day be like this? Please? Ugh, so good. Well, as pasta goes well with wine, right you are. And I don't know, do you guys do this too? Do you pour a little bit of the wine in the pasta boil as it's boiling? I do. Jedi, vodka ziti, I'll be there in 20 minutes. Come on down. I'll probably throw in some, probably do sauteed mushrooms. I think that'll be good. Sauteed mushrooms, maybe a little zucchini, a little braised zucchini. Again, I'm not much of a cook, but when it comes to pasta, I can get in there. Absolutely. Uber dead. A Target mini waffle maker, the very same. Well, this one was a gift. This was a gift from a neighbor, if you could imagine anything so suburban, which actually shouldn't be given where I am, but very, very nice. And I absolutely love them because they leave little gifts of stuff every year. And the waffle maker was their gift. And I was like, I've always seen these and they're so cute, but I never thought that I would own one. And yet here it was at my doorstep. Absolutely amazing. First time chatting. Hello, Candy. How do you feel with pancakes? That's how I am every day with bacon and eggs. See, I can meet you on the eggs, but not doing the bacon. I can appreciate the smell from a vegetarian perspective. I feel the same way about lobster. Like, if anyone's making lobster, it makes the entire area smell like delicious, like lobster and butter. And I enjoy it vicariously. But yeah, I'll usually do, if I'm doing like a protein, I'll usually do the soy rizo. and like mix that in with like my eggs and salsa. And I'll do like chilaquiles, same thing. Easy, easy, easy. But this was a waffle fixture that was super, super good. Walls, did they come over to borrow the waffles? No. But if they asked, like, I feel like it would be wrong to deny them. I'm like, hey, you made it possible for me to make these waffles, but you can't have any. It's not allowed. Waffle time. That's true. I think I would like to get like a bubble waffle maker. That would be really good to do like ice cream and do like Asian street food style. Absolutely good. Candy penne pasta with caper. Oh, I love capers. Red sauce and garlic bread is your go-to for pasta dish. That is a very, very good one. Absolutely love that. Walls. I'm going to give my neighbor a waffle maker now. Listen, we gotta spread the word. Like, you know, don't break bread with people. Give them something to make bread. This is what we're all about. This is community. We don't need to just break the bread together. Let's make the bread together. Come on, come on. I love that. And I know some of you are, your neighbors are a little bit of a ways, which is cool. Are you like more? Is the connection like stronger if your neighbors are further away? Like if you're in like a rural area? Do you keep more closer tabs or is it less? 'Cause I don't know how that would actually go because I'm used to like always living right on top of people and with a ton of people around. Lydia, God, I wish my neighbors were far away. I can send them away. I'll put them in the chokey. Uber dead. Oh, I hate to, but I gotta sleep before work's tomorrow. Bye. Well, thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. It is that time. So, unfortunate ad break is coming in like 25 seconds. But, Uber Dead, have a fantastic evening. Thank you for hanging out, and thank you for your contributions. As always, love having you in the chat, and hope you have a fabulous, Tuesday. I almost forgot what day it was. Lydia, much too good for children. They get nothing. They get no cake. They only get the chokey. And then after that, they're going in the grinder. And we're putting them on grinder. Oh my God. I can tell it's towards the end of the stream. We need a Kurt emote for the chat. We do. Uber Dad, love having you here. Walls, good night. Have a fantastic snooze. I hope you all dream of bubble yum. From me to you, from Jubes to you, I hope you dream of the biggest bubblegum bubble of all time. Stanley, thank you so much. Thank you for making it a good time. Thanks for showing up and being a part of the lounge and the hang time. All right, another ad break is coming, but we're gonna ditch them before that happens. So, Jedi, bubblegum, bubble yum, good night. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a fantastic evening. I'm about to make that pasta, and it's gonna be so good. So good. All right. Support mutants, mutant and proud. I'll see you guys on Thursday.